Hi, I'm FB and this is TM News, November 5th, episode 67, beginning with the latest results. And of course, we'll start with Electronic Sports World Cup, which concluded this weekend. 28 players fought against each other for the title of World Champion, and the one player no one could beat was once again called Junior, who after a dominating performance defended his title from last year and also became the first player to win the tournament twice. He had no problems reaching the grand final and arguably had his best performance in the last match. Second place was also quite noteworthy as it went to Tween for the third time. And if that wasn't enough, the French hope Yo-Yo took third place also for the third time in total, as he was ahead of Spam, who fell short in the final. In the summary below you'll find the full rankings for this event, as well as VODs for all the matches. But not just ESWC happened the past weekend. We also saw the first playday of the Speed Fun League Season 1. This event consists of both a team and single league, and in the team rankings, the organizers themselves in Team Legends are currently in the lead ahead of Wayne and Indicate. For the individual competition, Ecliptics is leading the first division ahead of Costa and Sea Wolf, and Someone, Focus and Melchi are topping the other three existing divisions. In this Google spreadsheet you'll find all the results as well as the full schedule. Lastly, for results, another update on the Unlimited Dirt tournament, which is getting closer to its end. One semi-final has been played between Pulse and DDR, where Pulse won with a rather comfortable 21-9 score and with that got a spot into the grand final. The second semi-final between Subliminal and TMF has, at the time of writing this script, not been played yet. Moving on to community news, where I got a map request to mention, which is for none other than the upcoming ESL Competition Premiership 14 season. ESL are planning to start this tournament already on December 7th and are now asking for people to send in maps, with the deadline for it set to November 27th. These maps will also be used for the Go 4 Cups, which will be organized in conjunction with CPS. You'll find the map requirements in this announcement over at ESL's website. And now for upcoming events. As this is the first episode of November, I'll begin by going through the reoccurring events going on throughout the month. Beginning with TMX and MX, who are hosting weekly knockout races every Saturday for TrackMania United Forever and TrackMania 2, for which you need the All Environments title pack to participate in. The TM2 ones happen twice on Saturday, first in the morning at 10:30 AM CET and then in the evenings at 8:30 PM CET. And then the United race starts at 23:30 PM CET. TMX and MX will also be hosting the monthly track contest in TrackMania United Forever, Nations Forever and TrackMania 2. As usual, every MTC got a specially given theme that the mappers need to follow when they submit their maps. All MTCs have their own unique theme, and to see what they are I posted links to them in the summary. Smurfs Cup are going to host regular tournaments for both Canyon and Valley during the month. On their website you'll see countdowns to when their next events will take place, as well as other useful information. The Lost Coppers is a weekly contest that takes place every Saturday at 9 PM CET and organized by the MEC team. The goal here is to find hidden checkpoints on unknown tracks, and the player with the most found checkpoints will win. More information as well as previous results are found in this topic. Every first and third Thursday of the month there's also the Coppers and Planets Millions Cups that are played in TrackMania United Forever and TrackMania 2. These are both untrained events played on over 5-minute long maps. On their websites you'll find helpful information if you want to participate. And lastly, Esports United are hosting the weekly LOL Cup every Wednesday at 8 PM CET. This is always played on 15 unknown maps in rounds mode. No registration is needed to play. As for other events, you'll find all of them listed in the description below, and also make sure to check out the TM2 calendar to be fully updated. But as for some highlights this week, I'll begin with mentioning that my own race will be returning on Saturday at 4 PM CET after being off for 2 weeks. New for this month is that I'll begin having a season where you'll collect points based on your rankings during all the races taking place in November. Your 3 best results will then count into your rankings, and the winner will take home some prize money. You'll find detailed information about the race and about the new season concept in the Maniac news, which is linked to in the summary. Also returning this week is the Open Gaming Series, which will have its second qualifications on Saturday as well, starting at 5:30 PM CET. 4 players have already qualified to the grand final, those being Beat, Scrappy, Hobby and Scream, and 12 more players will be determined in the 3 qualifications that are left to be played before the final. Maps and server information are found on the official website. And the third return is that of Stadium Team Championship and Nations Cup. The first playoffs rounds will happen this week, with the SDC one starting on Sunday at 8 PM CET and the NC one on Monday at 8 PM CET. What's new for these tournaments is that all teams that played in the group stages will get to play in the playoffs too, as there now are both an A and B playoffs based on your rankings. Also new for Nations Cup specifically is that there's no longer a loser bracket. Links to the brackets are provided in the description. And to continue on tournaments between countries, Nations Dirt Cup is about to begin and will have its default times on Sunday at 8 PM CET. ESL is now organizing this event, which got 11 nations signed up, which are divided into 2 groups. In this announcement over at ESL's website, you'll see those groups, as well as the full schedule and other useful information. To finish off the episode, ESL is not just starting up NDC, they will also begin hosting the 1-on-1 Full Speed Allstars Tournament 2014. This event will consist of several cups, all played in different formats and on different type of speed maps. The basic idea is that you gather points throughout these cups, and eventually top 8 will qualify to a grand final played in December to determine the best speed player. You can already now sign up for all the cups, with the first one being this upcoming Monday at 8 PM CET. And that's all I had for this week. Thanks everyone for watching, remember to rate this video and comment on it if you want, and I'll see you next time. As for 4 players have already And to continue on tournaments between countries, Nations Dirt Cup is about to begin. To finish off the episode, ESL is now just